Foreign Secretary Alan Cayetano justifies the Philippines' withdrawal from the International Criminal Court as a principled stand against non-governmental organizations and politicians supposedly using human rights for political ends. President Rodrigo Duterte on Wednesday said the Philippines will withdraw from the ICC effective immediately. Cayetano in a television interview says, quote, "The political NGOs and the politicians have taken over human rights. Now it's being used in politics, but this is a principled stand." He says withdrawing from the ICC is not a way of evading an ICC probe into Duterte's war on drugs. Cayetano also says that even if the Philippines withdraws from the ICC, the court still has jurisdiction over the things the Philippines did when it was a member. He adds withdrawing from the ICC has been in informal discussions ever since, even when he was still a senator early in Duterte's term. The Philippines' top envoy recalls that during the time of former President Gloria Arroyo, the military did not want the Philippines to ratify the Rome Statute of the ICC because the Philippines has an internal conflict that might compromise cops and soldiers. The Philippines ratified the Rome Statute during the time of former President Benigno Aquino. One of those who pushed for this ratification was human rights lawyer Harry Roque, now Duterte's spokesperson. Aristotle Reyes, one of the two Justice Department prosecutors who dismissed the drug charges against Peter Lim, Kerwin Espinosa, and their accomplices, is now a regional trial court judge. Reyes was appointed to the RTC by no less than President Rodrigo Duterte last January. He also cleared customs officials of liabilities in the smuggling of 6.4 billion pesos worth of shabu from China last November. Like the clearing of the alleged drug lords, the promotion of Reyes was belatedly publicized and implemented. Duterte named Reyes RTC judge last September, or a month after he started handling the probe into drug trade and conspiracy charges against Espinosa, Lim, and accomplices. But he was administered his oath on February 2, or only more than a month after he had cleared the suspects. The Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency filed a motion for reconsideration on the customs case, but it was junked on January 24, a little over a week before Reyes took his oath as a judge. The PNP had also filed an MR on the Espinosa and Lim case, but this time the prosecutors had been taken out of the case. Justice Secretary Vitaliano Aguirre formed a new panel to decide the PNP's appeal earlier this week. Aguirre also formed another panel to investigate Reyes and DOJ Assistant Prosecutor Michael Humarang to see whether they committed wrongdoing in signing the dismissal of charges against Lim and Espinosa. The law firm at the heart of the Panama Papers global tax evasion scandal that brought down two world leaders is shutting down. Mossack Fonseca cites negative press and supposed unwarranted action by authorities as reasons for its closure, but it adds a smaller group will continue working to address requests from authorities and other public and private groups. Last August, co-founder Jürgen Mossack said the firm closed most of its offices abroad after its damaged credibility caused business to flounder. The Panama Papers scandal began in 2016 with a leak of 11.5 million files from Mossack Fonseca's digital archive that revealed how wealthy and influential figures across the world had created offshore businesses to safeguard assets. It was released as a searchable database, with revelations continuing to be unearthed to this day. An Icelandic prime minister was forced to resign while a former Pakistani prime minister was disqualified for life from office after being implicated in the documents. At least 150 investigations were opened in 79 countries to examine possible tax evasion and money laundering.